To you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Azodicarbonamide.
Are you clapping yet?
Azodicarbonamide.
Is that one word?
Azodicarbonamide.
Usually when you use a multi-syllabic word, you have to clap it out.
Really. Right.
Okay.
Well,
Now you're gagging.
do you know what azodicarbonamide is?
Too hard for you to say.
It's apparently, I've been eating yoga mats and tennis shoes at Subway.
Yoga mats. So what are you getting, like down on the floor on your hands and knees and gnawing your way to the buffet line?
Nope.
Nom, 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 nom.
They've been hiding it in the bread. They have been hiding it in the bread.
Hiding it? How do you hide a yoga mat and a tennis shoe and a little bread?
It's called azodicarbonamide. And apparently Subway has been spankified by their people when they found out, the customers.
Oh, the customers found out.
They've been putting plastic in the bread.
People found out. I think this is always really interesting to me when something comes to the surface and and it goes viral and some company was pouring acid into the lakes or putting plastic in or goo or glue or something in their products as if it would just be a secret forever.
How healthy is plastic?
I mean, social media these days with the photography and the people and the links and the tweets and the posts, why do you think you can pull the wool over our eyes?
Subway, eat plastic.
Well, you know what, though? Maybe this is part of their, how you can lose weight, if you eat healthy there.
No.
It's because you don't absorb any of it.
Well, that's for sure. Now you've got a landfill in your landfill.
Yeah, that can't be good.
No.
But you know what? I imagine you don't absorb it.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. The FDA says it's okay.
Yeah, I imagine it just passes through.
Right.
Yeah, it's not going to stick around.
You.
Go ahead.
Azodicarbonamide.
I did see something on a YouTube video where some college kids tried to eat Crocs to see if they could, boil them long enough.
Right.
And eat a Croc, but you can't actually. They couldn't even cut it. They couldn't chew it. There was no.
Well, here's the thing. The FDA says azodicarbonamide is safe when used in flour.
Why is it? Why?
But it must not exceed 45 parts per million. In Singapore, the same amount is a felony.
Yeah, that FDA, they're kind of wonky.
It's the government. It's good for you.
They're kind of wonky about the stuff that they do approve, and then we've got all these fantastic things on the market that could be approved that could save people's lives. No, that's not FDA approved yet.
Yeah.
But plastic in your bread. Go ahead. Now, how's that gluten-free diet thinking, look at now?
Gluten-free. We were worried about gluten.
We were worried about gluten this whole time. We're eating bread, and we're worried about the gluten.
Classic misdirection. Look over here at the gluten while I'm throwing you some azodicarbonamide.
Yeah, it's really, probably gluten's okay. It's the plastic they put in there that your body's not liking.
All right, well, Subway's decided, we should probably stop using that.
Oh, have they now?
They have. And thanks to the blogger, Vani Hari is the guy who said, hey, look, Kraft's macaroni and cheese, he changed the recipe for Kraft's macaroni and cheese, too, a long time ago. And he said, we need 50,000 signatures on a petition to get this noticed. He says, what really upset me was that Subway was telling me that while I ate on the road, I thought I was eating healthy. Their 9-grain bread and veggie sub, all the marketing about low calories and weight loss. He says, that's what irritated me the most. You're feeding me plastic.
You know what? We're finding all of that, all of these foods, these things that we think are super healthy for us. We're finding there's different chemicals, there's different bad stuff in there. And I am really surprised that companies think they can still get away with it. So here's your lesson today, folks. If you're doing something bad, you're doing something naughty, and you think, oh, nobody will ever find out. Nay. The
stop it.
Internet is here to stay. You will be discovered.
Right. Absolutely. All right, well, there's your health tip
like
for the day.
Go ahead. Oh, I was going to say that was like our like our public service announcement
Yes,
to you.
it is our public service announcement. We got our fingers on the pulse of what's happening in business today. If you don't think Subway matters, take a look around. They're endorsed by everybody, and now they will be not using azo-dicarbonate.
Now they will be plastic free.
Right.
Yay.
All right. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America, where we, too, have always been
Plastic free.
plastic free.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Benjamin Franklin once said that nothing is certain except death and taxes. He was right, mostly. What Ben didn't know was that when it comes to death, Mike Heffelbauer, licensed and board certified in funeral services since 1990, has served families with dignity and respect, while saving them thousands with their affordable and realistic pricing. Heffelbauer Funeral Services, family-owned and community-involved. When certainty calls, call Heffelbauer Funeral Services, 720-344-6087, 720-344-6087, or visit HeffelbauerFuneralServices.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Hundreds of career positions, Denver's major corporations. Visit Denver's annual Employment Day Career Fair, Friday, February 5th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Exto Hall. Go to citycareerfair.com for more details.
You know, it's so inspiring to hear those debt-free screams in the Dave Ramsey Show. When you hear how people have overcome financial difficulties, it makes you realize you're not alone in those struggles and that you can do it too. That's what my show is all about in all aspects of life. Hi, everybody. This is Angie Austin. I invite you to join me on our sister station, 810 KLVZ, for The Good News. It's stories of hurt that have turned into stories of hope, stories of triumph, victory, and overcoming obstacles in your life. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. for The Good News with Angie Austin on our sister station, 810 KLVZ.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Hey, does your website connect with its followers, people who come across you and discover your story online?
My website has a story.
Aren't you answering the questions that the people are asking?
There's questions people are asking.
You need an expert.
Well, thank goodness we have one. Oh, my goodness. We have Ross Blattner. He is a business innovator, CEO, creative designer, and technology solutions. And he says there are 10 great questions every website owner should And so we're going to find out if you're answering those questions. Ross, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Yes, thank you. There are 10 questions. Thanks for the intro, Eric and Angie.
Very nice to have you, Ross. Let me start off our time with you by asking, and this is on behalf of the audience in general, what is the primary purpose of a website?
The primary purpose of a website depends on who's coming to that website. Maybe that was a trick question, but we want to know who's visiting that website, who are the potential people that could be getting to that website, and what are they really interested in. That's where you want to put your focus.
I think that, when you think about who's coming and who you're attracting, so often when we're putting together all of our materials, it's really the story we want to tell. This is what I want you to know. And so switching it around.
Well, it might be the story that Angel wants to tell.
Well, yeah, usually. So thinking about the people that are coming to your website and how you're taking care of that. Now, I think the number one challenge we all have, though, Ross, is how do people even find my website?
Yes, and this is kind of that dark art of the internet. First, there's the old-fashioned way. We can put it on our business cards. We can tell other people. We can even go on the radio once in a while and share that information. But then there's this whole world of search engines, and I just typed in customer experience radio, and I was able to find Experience Pros today. So I think it's about getting very specific in this world of, if I type in customer service, that's not really describing what you're doing. But if I type in customer experience, you're right there on the first page of Google. So be very specific about that.
Okay, what are some things, when you talk about it wasn't so much customer service, customer experience, the things that people are looking for, how do we integrate that to make sure that we do come up when people search for us?
Sure. Those keywords need to be in the website, organized. These need to be part of the links, part of the titles, part of our outline, if you will, of the site, so that those become the priority words. You can even put certain words in bold or underlined, and as long as you don't do too much of that too often, the search engines will see that, and they'll say, well, this is a word that appeared in bold on your website. We're going to treat that as a little bit more important than some of the other words. Maybe that word in bold will come up in search results.
Well, and I think, Ross, we find that so often people are wanting to just drive traffic to their website, and they're driving up numbers, and it's all about the quantity of people. But we really want to make sure that we have the right people. So when they do find us, they do search us, we have gotten them with our keywords, that we're making that right first impression, that they are finding actually what they're looking for. Do you have any tips on giving a good first impression on your website?
Sure. For me, I always go for that wow factor, and I know wow can be good or maybe not so good, but I'm looking for somebody that's not seen this design before, somebody that's not seen this website before. Are they a prospect customer? Are they a current customer? Can they go there the first time and just wow? Are they impressed?
No, okay, and how do we get that kind of a wow, Ross? What triggers that for? Obviously everybody's going to be different. I appreciate that. But in general, how do I hit you between the eyes and make you notice me? Ross?
Right. So think about the colors that apply to your industry, or I was just thinking earlier, I was thinking about an environmental company. If they say they're a pro-environment and they have like neon colors on their website, that's like, wow, but I kind of was expecting some earth tones and some green. So that's an example.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so colors. I mean, colors, probably the layout. Do we need a lot of pictures and flashy stuff and stuff that kind of grabs their attention, or are we overdone with that?
Well, it depends on the industry. If you're in entertainment and you want to start a television program showing up on the homepage, I guess you could. There's nothing preventing you from doing that.
All right, so when we think about our website, I always think of it as a kind of our online storefront, Ross. And so when people are coming to it, it's as if they were coming into our storefront, and I want people to feel as if I appreciate them. Have you seen some really good tips on just creating that connection with somebody when they come to your website?
Sure, and think of this website experience as a conversation. While you're not there talking to these customers or prospects or suppliers or vendors, think of what questions may be entering their mind, and think of it as kind of a Q&A. This visitor coming to the website, kind of coming with this question, whether specific or general, how can you give an answer back? And what might be the next question? What might be the next answer? So if you kind of think of that and you're weaving in and out, you're maintaining that visit, you're maintaining that conversation, the information is exchanging, everybody's happy.
I love that. Russ, thank you so much for joining us. Do us a favor. Give us some contact information. I know that you were fan bragged about on our radio show a little while ago, but for the listeners who are just tuning in now, give some contact information where people might follow up with you.
Sure. It's igetbits.com. The BIT stands for Business Innovation and Technology Solutions. We do marketing, design, media, software, web, and data. igetbits.com.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, we loved the name when you were fan bragged about it. It was catchy. It was something easy for people to remember. And then you have a fun phone number too, right?
Yes, we do. It's 888-MY-BITS-1.
MyBits1. All right, 888-MyBits1. Ross Blattner, we appreciate you for tuning in today and calling into the show.
Sure, thank you.
Have a great day. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, business tips and insights coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame d'Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame d'Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame d'Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame d'Art. It matters.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at ALMCmortgage.com. ALMCmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
The Broomfield Small Business Summit is the premier small business growth event to take your business to new heights in 2014. This full-day event is on Friday, February 28th from 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. at the Omni Resort Interlaken. Tickets are $59 and include breakfast, lunch, and a drink ticket to the cocktail networking reception. The Broomfield Small Business Summit is hosting 10 workshops and panels throughout the day, including government contracting, access to capital, leadership, social media marketing, and much more. Sign up today at BroomfieldSmallBusinessSummit.com. That's BroomfieldSmallBusinessSummit.com.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
The home for Colorado's liberty movement. Grassroots Radio Colorado, 5 to 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
This is Dave. The Experience Pros radio show is changing the way people treat people in business. Listen to Eric and Angel mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/ExperiencePros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the most positive business talk show in America. It's time for business tips and insights. That means we have to go to the phones where Tony is calling in. Tony is with Extreme Relationship Management.
Hi, Tony.
Hello, team. How are you this morning?
Well, we are just doing fantastic. Thanks so much for emceeing our event last night.
Oh, you bet. Had a great time. Always do. Lots of fun people, great culture. And I'm happy to announce that today we're broadcasting that all of our products and services at ERM are dicarbonamide free.
Azo-dicarbonamide.
Ooh.
Azo-dicarbonamide free and handcrafted and imported from Cambodia and Switzerland.
Love that. Thank you so very much, Tony. We appreciate the update, and thanks for listening, brother.
You bet. So today's business tip, let's talk about when you go to a networking event, how much time do you spend talking to one person? A lot of times we go to these events, and if someone's untrained, they'll come in and they'll get comfortable in a conversation with somebody, and they want to occupy that person's time for upwards of 20 minutes, perhaps longer.
Yes.
So how much is the right amount of time? I mean, you can't really get much accomplished in 20 seconds.
No, and it would be rude to just sit there with your timer and say, okay, go.
Hold everything, Tony. Is she tall? Is she blonde? Is she hot?
This isn't that kind of event, dear.
Excuse me.
And even if she is, this isn't that kind of event, dear.
Look what you have started, Tony.
Indeed. And it does vary, Eric, but we'll save that conversation for another day.
Okay.
In any case, if you're there, what you want to do is you want to target about 2 to 7 minutes per conversation. And what you're doing in that time is you're trying to just gather as much information as you can about that person, what business they're in, how you might be able to assist them, and then try to assess whether or not they could become part of your A-team. If it seems like it's a beneficial relationship, you want to move the longer conversation to a one-on-one. So if you start exceeding that 7-minute time frame, you need to begin thinking about moving on. You're not there to do one-on-ones. You're there to network. And if you get captured in a social setting where you're just sitting having a great time, even if it's 2 or 3 or 4 people, then you're not working. You are having a great time. It's a social activity.
You're not there doing a one-on-one. That's probably that's my takeaway, Tony.
Pretty smart.
There you go. The other thing is be attentive to the mannerisms of the other person. So if they seem to want to end the conversation, then politely allow them to do so.
If they're looking over your shoulder or checking their watch,
that's a key indicator that you need to let them move on. And you know what? Someday you may be the one that needs to move on. So get in the habit of politely ending them and letting people go when they need to.
And politely letting them go when you need to. Tony, this is good stuff.
Well, that's our job.
All right, so explain your job in a little more detail, if you will. Please tell our listeners about Extreme Relationship Management.
Extreme Relationship Management. We take the guessworking out of your networking. So for all those people who are out networking and they don't feel effective, they don't feel like they're getting the referrals that they need, or they have a stack of business cards on their desk and they really don't know what to do with them, we can help. We offer training, networking events, many more things. People can find out more at extremerelationshipmanagement.com. Or they can call us nationwide toll-free at 855-I-LIKE-ERM.
855-I-LIKE-ERM. Once you have been to an Extreme Relationship Management event, you will be singing I Like ERM as well. Tony, thanks so much for the tips today.
You bet. Have a great day, team.
You betcha. Now we're going to go over to a tall, blonde, hot drink of water.
You got to be really thirsty to think that.
Inappropriate. Not supposed to start laughing. You know what? Instead of turning to that lady, we're going to go with Chris Kaiser.
Yeah. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend in this conversation here, okay?
You know what? I will tell you what. Talking about a tall drink of water, have you seen the color of Chris's eyes?
Oh, gosh, they're amazingly blue.
They are.
I'm batting them right now as we speak.
I love it. I love it. I remember the first time I noticed them was right after St. Baldrick's, and you had shaved. And I remember telling your wife, Marcy, I don't ever remember his eyes being so blue before. I just get lost in them now. And so I love St. Baldrick's.
Well, thank you. That just made my day.
All right, Chris, before we go any further, will you join my St. Baldrick's team? We're starting one up this year.
You're starting one? Ooh, I'm going to, okay. I could be, well, let's talk.
Yeah, he has his own team. Maybe you should join Chris's team.
Rock, paper, scissors, brother, but I'm bringing the dynamite. Hey, Chris, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. What's your business tip today?
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock?
Right.
Okay. So what I was going to talk about was browsers, internet browsing, and some of the things we've kind of run into recently that I thought might be helpful, especially with cloud computing. So much more is going to, okay, well, I can do that online. I can go to, that's banking or my app for my business or my CRM. You go to a browser. Well, one of the things that's difficult for developers is keeping up. We've had a lot of cloud-based solutions and programs that rely on, Internet Explorer, but are not compatible with version 11. 11 is the newest version of Internet Explorer, and yes, good, bad, or otherwise, Internet Explorer still has the market share of browsers or usage. I'll come back to that in a minute. But compatibility, so people are running into issues and errors, so I can't do this, I can't do that. It's best to check with who their program is hosted by. And a lot of times we're trying to find, okay, well, it's not compatible with the latest version, they're still doing development on it, you got to go in and uninstall it, which is something you can do and roll back to version 10, maybe even 9, depending on how far back your development team is. But on another note is, it's okay to have multiple browsers. It's okay to be, I'm going to use my filter and not even say anything, but you can use more than one browser on a computer. You can use Chrome, you can use Firefox, you can use Safari, you can use Internet Explorer, and frequently, personally, I use them for different sites.
I do too, Chris. I certainly use my Safari for one, and then I use Firefox for most everything else.
Yeah. And I think it's great. And one of the things that's helpful is with having those is when you have a problem on the internet or I can't get connected to this. One of the nice things is, okay, well, try it in a different browser. Find out, is it a problem with your connection? Is it a problem with your computer? Is it something unique to the browser? Okay, you know what? That site doesn't run well in Safari. We need to use Firefox, and it runs better. It's just kind of the nature of the beast.
There are times where we're running something and I'm having trouble with it, and Eric will tell me to switch my browser, and I never think about doing that, Chris. We just kind of get an autopilot, and this is the one I have open, this is the one I'm using, but it's funny that different ones run different programs better.
Yeah, it just, the programming behind it, and I know there's going to be a lot of changes this year as far as browsers. I'm seeing a lot of things on the horizon. HTML5, browsers going plug-in free. It'll be interesting, but just for now, no, try them all.
Try them all. Try them all on for size and see which one fits better. It's just like going shopping for your favorite dress.
I can't relate to that one. But yeah, I'll buy that.
Okay, yeah.
If you were her husband, you would be buying that.
Yeah, indeed, my friend.
All right, well, Chris, you are always so much fun to chat with. I love that you're so relatable, easygoing. A lot of times when we talk about IT, we're afraid that the IT person is just going to talk over our head, and we're going to hear, just like your commercial says, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Right.
You and your entire team over at C-Squared Computer Consulting are just very approachable, and I love that. Love your business tips every week. Chris, tell our listeners how they can get in touch with you.
Thank you. You can give us a call at 303-933-1113. You can check us out at c2cc.net or check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/C2IT.
Chris Kaiser, you are the best, even if you laugh at me when I start introducing somebody else.
Thank you, my friend. That's what we do.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for your call. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk and maybe even a chuckle or two coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
You have a 401k and you keep hearing about ways to invest in real estate or precious metals. At Diverse Retirement Solutions, they've developed a plan that will help you do just that, and you can take back control of your retirement funds with checkbook control and no annual fees. Find out how by going to diverseretirementsolutions.com or calling them at 970-316-2099. That's 970-316-2099. Don't wait another day to take control of your retirement funds. Put them to work for you today. Diverse Retirement Solutions, 970-316-2099.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Join me every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Sportsman of Colorado right here on 560 KLZ The Source.
It's me, America's Mr. Right. Join me weeknights at 7 for the Jason Lewis Show on KLZ 560 The Source.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
What in the world? Why are we playing Christmas music?
Well, I wonder if some of our listeners might still be paying for Christmas.
Oh, you mean I've been paying for Christmas for the last 20 years?
Well, this is...
from 20 years ago.
From 20 years ago, you're still paying off those holiday bills. Do you still have a few lingering holiday bills? Well, our next guest is going to help you with that. Kimberly Foss is the author of the new book, Wealthy by Design, and she's got a 5-step plan for financial security to help us with. Kimberly, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Do you love the Christmas music, Kimberly?
I did, and I was kind of thinking about that too, but I kind of knew the background on it, so I was like, oh, that's a good intro.
All right, so kudos to our producer Charlie for throwing that in. Kimberly, 5 steps to financial security. Help me pay off my bills, please.
You know what? If you really do have a credit card balance from Christmas, you're one of the millions of people who do carry balances. And on average, they carry that balance for over 5 years. It's about $2,000 that they carry over 5 years. And you can just do the math. You don't even have to on 15% interest on that. It takes forever if you're just paying the minimum payments. So first and foremost, don't put it on the credit card in the first place. Pay those green dollars. You'll be much more mindful of what you spend, how much you spend on each person, and therefore not have to have this debt hangover in January. But that being said, if you do have this debt hangover, the first and foremost is look at your credit cards, figure out which is the most expensive debt, isolate that, and pay that down first, and then go to the next debt. Pay the minimums on the rest, and then go to the next debt. But to do that, I have the 3 T's that I like to teach my clients to kind of, keep them in mindfulness of paying that debt down. And that's called track, trim, and target. We want to track our expenses, figure out where we can trim from, let's say, not eating out or taking the brown bag experience for 6 months. Take that $5 or $50 or $60, and then target that debt from Christmas and get that paid off, hopefully in 6 months or in a year or less. And then we're ready for Christmas again, and we don't have to go on the credit card again.
I love that. My husband and I, before the holidays back in October, we stopped using our credit card. Kimberly actually took them out of our wallet and paid cash this Christmas. That was interesting to be at, you're going through the store and you're putting stuff in your basket and realize, ooh, do I have actually enough when I get up to the register to cover all this? Because I think when you've got a credit card, you just, throw that in. Just add that. And I'm such a little purchaser that my husband always said I was just nickel and diming our financial security to death because I didn't think anything of spending $50 here and there every day sometimes, and so stopping using credit cards has been huge for us. And tracking, are people really surprised at where they're spending their money, do you find?
Oh my gosh, it happens every time. Even people that have wealth, they track one of the reasons why they have the wealth is because they do track their expenses and they look at that. But they're even surprised at, how mindless sometimes our expenses or our purchases are. And when you were doing that, weren't you more mindful of what you were spending, how much, and on who?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I had never really been that mindful. That's the perfect word for it, Kimberly.
And it's really, the secret to success and wealth is really just being mindful on a daily basis. And that's why I like to do track, trim, and target. And there are great apps out there, you guys, that are free that you can use, like mint.com. You can track yourself, and then you can set up budget and say, okay, I'm going to spend $300 a month on groceries when you, at the end of the month, are at $299, and then you go over that $300. It sends you a little alert to say, you're $25 over budget. So it's just even easy to be mindful in this day of technology. So there's really no excuse not to know what we're spending on.
All right, so when we think about being wealthy by design, when I think of trimming and cutting back and being frugal and we're going to save, I don't really think that we're saving our way into wealth. Are there some things that we can do with that saved money that actually then start to create wealth?
Well, right. I mean, savings is first the key, right? That is the discipline, the discipline step that needs to happen so that you can have the wealth down the road. But you want to be putting that into, first and foremost, funding the 401ks. And I know everybody says, oh, yeah, everybody does that. Not really. On average, statistically speaking, the average person only saves about $2,733 a year in their 401ks when they could maximize it at $17,500. So
there's a big difference
in your 401k.
Right, absolutely. Now, Kimberly, when we talk about finances and whatnot, often people overlook something that is kind of core to your message, and it's an addiction. And you use a phrase, you call it hopium. What is that, and why should we avoid it?
Yeah, hopium is a great. I term that phrase, and basically hopium is the foolish hope that someone else is going to take care of your finances, or somehow you're going to win the lottery and you're going to be able to retire wealthy, or you're going to go to Tahoe or Reno or Vegas and you're going to make it on the crap tables or what have you. That's what I call foolish hope, as opposed to constructive hope, which is if we don't have hope for the future, there's no motivation for the present. So we still have to have hope. We just have to be active in our hope, right? And a hope that basically says, look, I know that I hope to retire wealthy, but I'm going to do this actual plan by saving $419 a month so that I save my $5,000 a year. So I do that for the next 20 and 30 years.
How much was that to save $5,000?
$419 a month.
$419.
That's it.
There you go. Now, Kimberly, and one of the things that I think and I see a lot of the times is people using that hopium mentality, right? Go into their purchasing thinking, it's delayed. I don't have to worry about it. I hope something's going to come up. I'm going to get a raise at the work, or whatever, right?
Right, and that's why people think that I'll get my own husband probably kill me for saying this, but in the early days of in the 2000s, there was lots of stock options. Well, I'm going to get that stock option, and then the company goes bust.
Yeah.
You can't have that mentality. You cannot have that. He wasn't my husband at the time, by the way, but you can't. He's much more reformed now. But you can't have that mentality because guess what? Generation Y, the millennials, and Generation X, they are going to be on their own for basically funding the government the way this government is going. And if you don't have cash set aside, you don't have a choice.
Well, and I think so long, because we have this mentality, and really what's the big deal? We are living paycheck to paycheck. We don't have money set aside, and we kind of put ourselves in this financial bind. So when there is an emergency, you have a flat tire or your heater blows, it can really derail your financial plans if you haven't saved something along the way. I'm still thinking that $400 figure, that seems so doable, Kimberly. That anybody could look at and figure out a way to skimp $4,000 out of their spending and put aside for savings.
Well, right now, if you just basically the average person spends around $100 a month on lunches. If you just brown bagged it, well, do the math on that. That's $1,200 right there. Okay, then you could, what about the latte that you get? I mean, I figured that out. My husband's spending an average of $2,000 a year on lattes.
Let's not make this personal, Kimberly. Let's not make this personal.
All right, Kimberly. I know that you.
Okay. One of my clients' husbands. but the thing is, I use that because it used to be. So he's very mindful of that now, and now he's turned that around, and we're actually taking those dollars, and that's where you're targeting, right? You're trimming, and then you're targeting. Those monies are now going into the 401k. They're maximizing the Roth IRA because we do have to have that money to be able to retire. So there's a means to that method and that madness, and it really does. It's those little steps along the way. You don't get to the second floor by one big step. You take it one step at a time, 14 steps to the second floor, right? So that's what I'm saying is these little steps, by budgeting, by trimming, by targeting, they work, but it's got to become almost a mindful discipline every day.
I love it. We're talking with Kimberly Foss, New York Times bestselling author and financial expert. Her book is Wealthy by Design. She's on a book tour today. I know we've got to get you off and on your next radio interview, but Kimberly, we would love to have you back. Love the conversation. Love your little sound bites, for helping people. Anything else you want our listeners to know before we have to let you go?
I just want to say, everybody, save early, save often, live below your means but within your needs, and you too can achieve retirement. Because I'm doing it myself, and I wasn't born into wealth.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kimberly. We appreciate you.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
You betcha. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
Renew, heal, and experience the miraculous with master healer, yoga, and meditation teacher, Karen Corona. Karen has 30 years experience providing natural healing therapies and nutritional education. Her yoga and meditation programs will guide you back to vibrant health and wellness. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. Mention Experience Pros and get $450 off Karen's upcoming healing and yoga retreat in June, set in lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. 303-725-1119. Or online at KarenCorona.com.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
Lucky you, because you get to listen to the Laura Ingraham Show mornings on the legendary KLZ.
Do you know what your own personal debt ceiling should be? 0! I'm going to surgically remove the word debt from your vocabulary. Sound like fun? Well, it is. It's called The Dave Ramsey Show. Weekdays at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Hey, listen up. We're about to rock your boat. We're going to tell you you need to be disruptive.
Well, the way you put it there. It's
right.
Like, ooh, is that really? I mean, it is. Yes, we do need to be disrupted. We can't be complacent. We can't just be status quo, humdrum, boring, kind of following the herd. We need to stand out and grab people's attention.
But how do you do it? How do you disrupt complacency in your industry? That's one of the questions that we ask our clients all the time. And here's what you need to know. There is a way. We start and end our day with the question, what makes you different?
And usually people will answer this question with, well, it's me.
Oh, I do.
I do. Oh. And of course, you've got your charming personality.
There's only one of you.
And there is only one of you. You are incredibly unique, and people do business with people, and so we think that we are enough.
But wait a minute. I'm unique. just like everyone else.
So is everyone else. So your uniqueness in the fact that everybody is unique puts you right back in. We're the same.
Sorry, just nodded off there.
And so a lot of times when we talk about what makes us different from everybody else, oftentimes is really the audience that we serve. Because you might sell insurance and you think, okay, I'm unique. I offer this great service. I sit down one-on-one. I offer these quality conversations. I really care about my clients. I care about their families, which is all incredibly noble, but somebody else could come along and say the exact same thing.
Or you could be like the guy who sits there and says, I sell insurance and ain't nothing happened new in the last 20 years, and so therefore I'm not unique. And he throws in the towel.
And so one of the things when we talk about being disruptive is, we talk about taking all of those theories, so to speak, and extreme relationship management is great at taking those theories, kind of throwing them at the wall like spaghetti and seeing what sticks, and most of them don't, because tried and true and in reality, you're not grabbing people's attention. And we're all competing against those 5,000 messages.
You bet.
5,000 messages
every
a day that our prospects and our current customers are looking at. Yours has to bubble up to the top to grab my attention, make me laugh, make me cry, make me go, huh? Or irritate me.
And you get what you pay for. So if you want to irritate some people, don't be upset if they get irritated at you. Now, here's the thing. You can create an experience that does just that. When we created Experience Pros, it was all about the customer experience. And nothing has changed. It is still always about the customer experience. But how do you disrupt complacency? How do you do it just a little bit differently? How do you make it overwhelmingly positive and memorable so that your audience cannot help themselves? They must tell somebody else.
Well, and think about this. When was the last time you changed anything? You changed your voicemail. You changed your email signature.
Changed my underwear last week.
You updated your website. You came up with a fun new tagline that, a campaign for the year that falls under your umbrella. I mean, so much of what we do, we've been doing the same thing for so long. You're bored with it. So, of course, prospects are going to be bored with it. We watched Super Bowl commercials recently. Sure. And we're watching them to see what are the brands doing. What is the story that they're telling? Now, we think about every one of those brands that participated in the Super Bowl commercials and advertising. We'd all heard of all of those companies before. Sure. But they're still striving to disrupt your complacency, to grab your attention, to rise above the noise that everybody else. And so if you haven't changed anything, if you haven't updated, you don't have a fun new campaign, something sticky, something fun to share when you meet people. I mean, think about this. We go to networking groups and leads groups, and we practiced our 30-second speech, right? When was the last time you changed your 30-second speech?
I keep nodding off in this segment.
I know, but you think about, I worked so hard on that. It took me so long to tweak that and to get it right, and it took me months, before I finally found something that was working.
Not real. Be real. Just come up and say, hi, I'm Eric. Don't stare at their name tag, especially guys, if you're looking at a lady. Don't stare at the name tag. Look them square in the eyes, say, hi, my name is whatever your name is. What's yours? Now, it's on the name tag. They never say that. They answer your question. My name is Susie. And you start off with that.
The nice thing is when you're updating and you're making changes, like your foundation is set. You don't have to go back to the drawing board and do all this research and statistics and data dumping. You can actually kind of try it out on the spot and see what works. And so, but once you've changed something, stick with it. We also don't want to be flaky, and every time you send out a new newsletter, it's got a whole new tagline and a whole new color palette and a whole new, okay, give me something that I can grab onto that is a campaign, 13 weeks. That's why we talk about these 13-week campaigns.
Yeah, absolutely, and then this is where disruption comes into branding, and branding is consistent, right? So you're going to change something, but you're going to be consistent about that once you make that change. Stick with it. Let people embrace it. Let people understand it. And when you're going back to that 30-second elevator pitch, you don't have to do that at all. Instead, ask a different question. How can I help you with your business? Tell me about your business. What do you need? Who are you looking to meet? Now you're asking something different.
And I think it's really fun when other people can start to tell your 30-second speech for you. Like you can start the sentence and they can finish it, and you've trained them, and so you've got that brand recognition. Well, now build on it, and now bring something fun and new and catchy, so that it's not just us going, repeating. And I can't think of one at the moment, but repeating your tagline. Use the power of things that entertain you. I mean, we go to the movies, we listen to music, all of these things that emotionally impact us, that get us just to pay attention. We're doing the same thing with our marketing, and you've got so many opportunities. One of the things that we immediately encourage people to do is, of course, change that voicemail. That's the first place that you can disrupt complacency, is changing your voice message.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's Inc.com did an interesting article on a similar topic here, and one of the things that they used as a case study was T-Mobile. Now, think what you may about the company. Their service and coverage is questionable at best. But here's the reality. They're disrupting the culture of the cell phone industry. And why is it? They got away with contracts. They did away with them. No more contracts.
There's so much you can do without a contract.
Oh, Tim Tebow. But here's the deal. Now, because they're doing that, everybody's jumping on. A person who's doing that and disrupting that. Do they have their issues? Of course they do. They will need to deal with those, as will you.
See, we didn't do that. We did away with contracts 4 years ago.
It's true. We didn't make it a big deal, though. We didn't
tell that story. We didn't. And so often,
Timmy,
we all do that. We are all doing something incredible. That is a great marketing, just a great tool for marketing, great resource.
We were also T-Bowing 4 years ago. We should have put those two together.
Why didn't we?
I don't know. Well, there you have it. You need to create a disruptive culture. You need to implement that into your entire workforce, not disruptive in a negative way, but disruptive in a positive, healthy way.
You're grabbing people's attention. You're hitting those emotional hot buttons. You want them, when they hear about your product, to say, I need that, or I know somebody who needs that. And if you're not getting that kind of response, let's go back and create something that's disruptive.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so
I'm so glad you like it.
Well,
and he likes it a lot.
It is our part of our culture, and from time to time, I think that it's common for us, and so we don't realize how powerful it is. So we bring it to you on the air
But this is even powerful for us, who we walk in these shoes every day, and even this, we still learn about something that we can use. So if we can use it, hopefully there's something you can use too.
You want more of those tips? You can always check out our book, Lists That Save My Business. Lists That Save My Business. You find it on Amazon.com or wherever fine books are sold. And you will see that and a number of other fantastic tips that will help you develop a relationship, a long-term relationship with your customer. Because remember, you're sitting on a gold mine in your existing customer database.
On a gold mine. Find a reason to connect with them that isn't just so much about a transaction, but actually connecting with people, building that relationship, creating loyalty, because in this day and age, loyalty is an incredibly valuable commodity.
And that, my friends, is disrupting complacency. So on that note, we're going to have to wrap up our first hour. It's hard to believe that the hour has passed already, but the good news is we have a whole nother hour of positive business talk for you coming up next. So on behalf of our producer Charlie and Angel, myself, and all the team that makes the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this message. You are the revolution. You make a difference. You're changing the way that people treat people in business. Now we encourage you to do something crazy, radical, maybe even a little bit disruptive. Give somebody a 20-second kiss. It's not what you think, not locking lips. It stands for kindness is so simple.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ.
Hi, it's Angel from the Experience Pros Radio Show. I love sharing positive business talk with you every day here on KLZ. And now once a week, I get to do something special on one of our sister stations. On Thursdays, I join my friend Angie Austin on 810 KLVZ. We laugh, we talk about good news, positive stories, mom stuff, and life. Angie has fun guests and inspiring stories. Tune in for Angie and Angel on Thursdays on The Good News with Angie Austin at 5 p.m. on 810 KLVZ. And keep it here on KLZ 560 The Source from 10 to noon for the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Do you need help protecting your life savings from market volatility? Have you wondered how to create or preserve your family legacy? Are you in need of tax reduction or income planning advice? Listen to Financially Tuned with Steve Hansen right here on The Source, 560 AM KLZ, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. Steve will bring his passion to help others into your financial plan. With his help, your financial future will become perfectly tuned.
This is the legendary KLZ, AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster. The Department of Homeland Security out with a warning to airlines, saying terrorists may try smuggling explosives onto planes hidden in toothpaste tubes, saying explosive devices could be put together in flight or after arriving at the Olympics. This threat to airlines with direct flights to Russia, including some coming from the U.S. Delta Airlines, the only U.S. carrier direct from the States to Moscow.
The Department of Justice investigation is a sham. It is a non-existent investigation.
Explosive testimony on Capitol Hill. The House Oversight Committee investigating IRS targeting of religious, Tea Party, and conservative groups, hearing from Cleta Mitchell, an attorney helping groups get tax-exempt status. Mitchell saying the targeting's not stopped.
The IRS scandal is real. It's not pretend. It's real. The IRS scandal is not just a boneheaded bunch of bureaucrats in some remote office, contrary to what the President of the United States told the American people.
This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
In the year 1791, Americans were guaranteed individual freedoms and a limited government. Today, those freedoms are disappearing. The government listens to your phone calls and scans your emails. That's why we've created 1791 Email. When you sign up for an account, you can rest assured that we won't invade your inbox or scan your emails. And with your 1791 Email account, you'll be letting everyone know that you believe in individual freedom. Find out more about 1791 Email at 1791.com and start sharing the spirit of America today. For the record, establishing truth in the media and setting a new standard in broadcast journalism. Investigating the stories the mainstream media doesn't just ignore, but are afraid to uncover. A news program that doesn't compromise anything, has no political agenda, and nothing to lose. For the record, restoring truth in the media and setting the record straight. Returning soon to the Blaze. Truth lives here.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. We're Eric and Angel, and we're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. I'd like to make a transaction right here.
A transaction?
Yes.
You want to sell me something?
Nope.
Or you want me to buy?
I want to trade you.
You want to trade me?
Yes.
Oh, I've got a lip gloss. I don't think you want that.
I have 3 light bulbs, and I would like to trade you for a door to my restroom.
I have heard that some of our media friends over in Russia and Sochi, getting ready for the Olympics going on there, are missing a few key ingredients to their stays.
Like mattresses.
Doorknobs.
Oh, man.
Running water.
Any of that.
You can't flush the toilet. Though they do provide a little bin for your toilet paper to go into.
I have been to Moscow,
You've been.
Russia twice.
Yeah.
And
is this to be expected?
well, let's just say it's no surprise. Now, I've never been to Sochi, so I got to be full disclosure here. But in 2000, my first trip to Russia, you get off the plane in the airport, and folks here in America, we think, oh my gosh, it's so much of a hassle to get through the airport, blah 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 blah. You get off the plane and everybody's carrying fully automatic machine guns. In just walking through the airport, not the passengers, but the military. And I ended up going into one of the restrooms there at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Can't make this up. 3 stalls in the on a chain, and I'm talking about a very thick metal chain. Between one of those, between in the center stall, there is a chain on the outside of the stall with one roll of mostly used, not mostly, that came out wrong. Half a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, you think
it's
about
not
the
mostly
visual.
used. It's
yeah,
not
it was
mostly
not
used.
The
Sorry.
toilet paper was not pre-used.
No, well.
It was gone.
Well, but yeah, it's a half,
And so you
roll
go
of toilet
in.
paper for 3 stalls. You have to choose how much you're going to use.
How many
before
squares?
you go in.
I remember at my grandma's house, my great-great-grandma's house, she lived in this old house, and I think we were allowed like 3 squares.
3 squares?
3 squares. And, and there was one bathroom in the house, and it was upstairs, and you had to go through the kitchen. And so Grandma saw you.
Participated in this activity?
I was a young girl. I was
Angel
always
Tussie, you get off the air right now and go
afraid.
wash your hands.
I was always afraid to go to the bathroom because they would limit how many squares you were allowed to use. And at Grandma's
Do
house.
you get more squares for number 2?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember. I was just tormented as a child.
Seriously.
But that would be the same thing. So you have to predetermine how
Right.
many squares you
Yeah.
think you're going to need.
In other words,
And how many of you ever think about, before you sit down, how many squares is this going to take?
Das Vidanya from Mother Russia, and we are superpower. Choose your squares.
Choose them wisely.
Yikes.
Because if you oversquare, that's probably bad too.
There may not be enough water pressure to carry it away.
Right. Don't oversquare. But you definitely don't want to undersquare.
Oh, it hurts me.
How do you know how many squares?
It hurts me to think about it. All right, folks.
How many squares are you?
I don't have to answer this question, but I got 3 light bulbs if you give me a door.
I have lip gloss, and I don't think that will help.
Fantastic, folks. We will be right back. During this commercial break, Angel will wash her hands.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to go when the bank says no. Available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle, one piece at a time.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
There's good reason to keep your dial tuned to AM 560 KLZ all day long. Right after Laura Ingraham, grow your business the Experience Pros way. Tune in for the next Experience Pros radio show, weekdays from 10 till noon, right here on AM 560, The Source. This is Eric, and Angel and I, along with our whole team of national experts, inspire you every day to get your business right. That's the Experience Pros radio show, weekdays at 10.
Hi, this is Bob Berg, co-author of The Go-Giver. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/ExperiencePros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Soak up the sun. Gonna tell everyone to
Lighten up, folks. It's time for your introduction to a fantastic company that is helping you soak up the sun in ways you haven't probably thought of yet.
Well, you know, you think about it, yeah, it's been pretty darn cold here in Colorado, but we still see the sun every single day for the most part, and there's a lot of solar energy that comes from that sun. We're going to talk about tapping into that with our guest, Dan Fratella with Cascade Solar USA. You can find him online at CascadeSolarUSA.com. Hi, Dan. Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Dan. Very nice to have you on the show. Hey, what's going on in Colorado with the solar industry in general, will you?
Well, the solar industry actually has been kind of in flux in the last 2 years. There's a lot of challenges with competition. Price of panels have come down, but rebates have come down. So it's you know, we've been doing very well. Well, we've been doing this since 2006, so we've been doing very well. But there's been a lot of turnover and a lot of people getting in, getting out. So you really have to find somebody who knows what they're doing.
All right, and I mean, obviously, you want to make sure that you use somebody trusted. Now, for residents, I mean, are they still? Is this a good investment for residential, or is this strictly for commercial?
No, actually, we do both. There's rebates for both residential and commercial. For the residential program, Xcel has a program where they pay a 10-year annuity rebate based on the production of the system. And right now, it's running around a 7.5-year payback on cash, and then with financing, we can actually set it up where basically there's no cash out of pocket up front. But no, it's really a scenario of it's either to pay yourself or pay Xcel or whoever your utility supplier is for the life, because rates to keep on going up. So it's a great investment.
Dan, you are the expert, and sometimes it's easy to slip into the common vernacular of your business. You talk a little bit about the rebates that are spread over a 7.5 year, whatever that is. Did you actually say that we can pay ourselves?
Yeah, basically, if you're in Excel's territory, they have a rebate program where they pay you a monthly check for 10 years based on the production of the system. And then that in combination with a 30% federal credit, there's a 30% federal tax credit, we're seeing about a 7.5-year payback on cash. In other words, that's your payback time period for residential.
And then after that?
Then all that power is yours for free.
And do we get to sell it to Excel if we don't use it?
Basically, right now, net metering is still in effect. Yeah, there is some things going on right now with the PUC on that. But basically, the way it works is during the day, any additional production goes on the grid, acts as your storage, and then at night it pulls off the grid. So literally, you're getting retail credit for all that production that you make.
Okay. Do you get one of those fun little monitors inside of your house where you can see how the energy that you're saving or kind of collecting up?
Oh, yeah, you can actually put monitors on, both residential and commercial. In the commercial arena, we actually get even more sophisticated by actually monitoring the loads that the building's actually using. The commercial arena is a whole different animal. Residential is pretty straightforward. Your savings, it's one-to-one savings based on your usage. It's about 11 cents per kilowatt hour savings right now. Of course, that keeps going up about 5% per year. But you can actually sit there and watch it produce and everything else. It's very, very fun.
All right, so Dan, we're talking about commercial and residential, and when I think of solar, and forgive me, I'm sometimes in the past, you think of the big panels that are monstrosities on top of people's buildings or homes. There's been a lot of technological advances these days, right?
Yeah, actually, that's a different type of solar. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, solar thermal was really big here in the United States because of the federal credits. And solar thermal is hot water for heating. And when I talk solar, we're talking photovoltaics, which is solar electric. So that's really going after your electric. And the panels are very thin. We mount them flush to the roof. So all the new systems you're seeing on the roofs are basically photovoltaic, which is solar electric.
Flush to the roof, and
they're not these eyesores that they used to be.
No, those are thermal panels. Because for thermal panels, you have to be really tilted up, facing the sun, and you want to get that winter sun, so they're really tilted up at a high angle. But we do all our solar. You can do a tilt up on solar electric also, but mostly of the time we do a flush mount especially for residential.
All right, so let me ask you the final question here, Dan. What separates you from all the other solar energy companies that are out running around?
Well, first of all, we basically really develop a relationship with our customers. Our customers become our good friends, and basically, we really show them how they can save energy. On the commercial arena, that's where our specialty is. For commercial, in addition to the rebates and the energy savings and the tax credit, there's also depreciation. So we can actually, in the commercial arena, show them how they can actually take that roof area, turn that into a revenue-generating platform, and with financing, they can actually do it at no capital investment. And in addition to that, we base our energy management company. We actually do LED lighting, so we can actually reduce their lighting loads. And on top of that, we actually will hook up a building with our eGauge technology, which is a load monitoring device, to really monitor the building to see how it's using energy. Most commercial buildings, most people don't realize this, between 50 and 90% of your actual energy bill is not even based on using electricity. It's actually based on a peak demand measurement that the meter makes. And without knowing when and how that's working, it's really hard to estimate how the solar is going to save money. We actually go sit there and hook up a building for 6 to 8 months, monitor the loads, so we know exactly how they're being billed, when they're being billed. So when we do our financials, we actually get the number right. And that's where we really separate ourselves from the pack.
I love that.
Okay, so Dan, this is a really cool feature, lots of benefits, ongoing benefits, long-term. We can get in pretty easily. What's kind of the hang-up, keeping people from getting started?
Well, basically, most people don't realize. For residential, it's a lot of times it's basically the out-of-pocket. But we can show them how to finance the system. So literally the system pays for, the financing pays for the system pays for the financing. And so really it comes around to you got to want it. I mean, it's either pay yourself or pay Excel. On the commercial arena, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people realize that what the benefits are available. I mean, literally, you can depreciate 85% of the cost of the system. So with the 30% federal credit, instead of paying the government taxes, you can use that basically that monies and not pay taxes and use that to pay for the system itself. And literally, we've actually taken some customers on the commercial arena from like $750 a month in your electrical bill down to $17 a month. And on top of that, they're being paid $1,000 a month annuity payment for the rebate for 20 years. And their out-of-pocket capital was zero.
Can you imagine having
down to is getting the word out, getting to the owners, and we do a free evaluation of their building to see if they're a good candidate or not. We've actually found some commercial building owners actually paying on the wrong rate structure. I had one guy who actually was paying $300 a month more than he should have been to Excel for 10 years.
Holy
Did
cow.
not even know it.
All right. Well, Dan Fratello, give some contact information, if you will, please.
Well, basically, my direct cell is 303-877-8198, or they can email us at info@, and it's CascadeSolarUSA.com.
CascadeSolarUSA.com. If you're not using them and not paying yourself, you're paying somebody else.
That's right.
Come on, folks. Thanks, Dan. We appreciate your call.
Thank you.
All right. Dan Fratello can also be found on the Extreme Customer Service Directory at ExperiencePros.com. We'll be back with business tips and insights coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit ExperiencePros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame d'Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame d'Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame d'Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame d'Art. It matters.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Got something to say to the Colorado State Legislature? Call into Grassroots Radio Colorado because they listen every day. They won't admit it, but they're always listening. Grassroots Radio Colorado, afternoons at 5 on KLZ 560, The Source.
You know, it's so inspiring to hear those debt-free screams from the Dave Ramsey Show. When you hear how people have overcome financial difficulties, it makes you realize you're not alone in those struggles and that you can do it too. That's what my show is all about in all aspects of life. Hi, everybody. This is Angie Austin. I invite you to join me on our sister station, 810 KLVZ, for The Good News. It's stories of hurt that have turned into stories of hope, stories of triumph, victory, and overcoming obstacles in your life. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. for The Good News with Angie Austin on our sister station, 810 KLVZ.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Have you heard all the chatter?
About sending Eric on vacation. You get to finally tell Eric where to go thanks to the brilliance behind Marcy from Highlands Ranch Travel. We're going to each week share a destination that Highlands Ranch Travel specializes in just to kind of get your vacation juices flowing.
Marcy, welcome to the Experienced Pros Radio Show, my friend.
Hello, good morning to you guys. How are you doing?
Marcy, we're doing fantastic, but I don't know if you've taken a look at the poll results as they are developing even as we speak. There are people voting for the Blue Ridge Mountain Chicken Farm.
I know.
Marcy?
I'm trying to find a chick.
Marcy?
Eric, you said I need to find a chick. I'm just going with what, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't said anything about the Watomo glowworm cave since you're so fond of bugs.
All right, Marcy, let's talk about a really fun vacation. See if we can get people excited about going on a trip of their own.
Well, yeah, it's such sub-zero weather here, so the Caribbean is really hot for us right now. People are just coming in the door and wanting to get out of here. So there's lots of options for people. I mean, Puerto Rico, Curacao, Dominica, St. Martin, Grenada. I mean, Barbados and Bonaire are great too. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the Caribbean that's really warm. It's not, we're not getting hurricanes, and you can get out of the cold.
Can we leave today?
You're right, seriously. Can we go now?
Sure, we can find a way to get you there. We might have to go buy a chicken farm for you, but yeah, we can go.
All right. Well, Marcy, let's. So the Caribbean is nice and all of that. How do people get there?
Well, I mean, out of Denver, it is a bit of a trek because we can fly you from Denver into Miami and then Miami into the Caribbean. It does take all day, so people have to have that kind of a travel time to do that for an extra day of travel. But there's the other way too. Is there's cruises going out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and Port Canaveral in Florida. So there's that, and they can also cruise out of the Houston area, which we're not really promoting right now because they've had bad weather too.
Sure.
So we're trying to keep people over in the out of the Florida range so that they can cruise into the Caribbean. And that's, there's still space on that. We can get people on at the last minute.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we're talking with Marcy from Highlands Ranch Travel, who is helping us put together the Experience Travel campaign on where to send Eric on vacation. He hasn't been on vacation in 12 years.
That's true.
Each week, Marcy will come on and share a fun destination with you just to kind of keep your juices flowing of where you might want to go, what's on your bucket list. But in the meantime, make sure you like the Highlands Ranch Travel Facebook page. Again, it's Highlands Ranch Travel on Facebook, and you can find them in Highlands Ranch at 541 West Highlands Ranch Parkway. Phone number 303-791-2311. And Marcy, while they're on your Facebook page, they can also vote online, right, for on your page where to send Eric, am I right?
They can vote online, and there's a little bit of description so everybody can kind of get a feel for where Eric would go and spend time. So
if you want to know, just ask me.
He doesn't. No, I have been.
That doesn't work.
No, I've been telling everybody, Marcy, do not ask Eric, because if Eric knew what Eric wanted to do, Eric would have done it. But since Eric hasn't done it, he has no clue what he would want to do. So we need to do this for him.
Trust me, I've talked to Eric. He has no idea where he wants to go. It's up to us to decide for him.
Eric is present right here and now, so we don't have to talk about him in the third person. But let me tell you something. Here's why you want to go to the Highlands Ranch Travel Facebook page, like their page, and vote for where to send me on vacation. Because with every single vote, you can vote once a day online, and then we've got voting locations all around the city. You get to enter. Every vote is an entry into winning a trip to the St. Regis Hotel up in Aspen, right?
Aspen. Yes, that's right. Beautiful property gorgeous property. And of course, the voting won't end until for several more weeks. So it'll be a springtime kind of event over in Aspen. It'll be beautiful. You don't have to worry about sub-zero weather.
I love it. I love it. Well, Marcy, we're pretty excited to be partnering with you on this fun travel campaign. Experience Travel is going to be our hashtag for this, and we have posted online all the different voting locations where you can go and vote for where you think Eric should go on vacation, and every time you vote, you are entered to win that trip to Aspen. Marcy, anything else you want our listeners to know today?
I just want them to get out and vote. Let's send Eric on a fabulous vacation. Even a chicken farm can be good. You know?
Looking for that farmer's daughter, maybe.
That's true. Okay, guys, we'll talk next week.
All right, love it, Marcy. Thanks so much.
HR Travel, or Highlands Ranch Travel, HRTVL.com. Just search them out on Facebook. Make sure you like their page. Lots and lots of fun over there. You just it looks like you just put a big event together on Facebook too.
Well, I wanted to have a place on Facebook where people could see and read about it, and then click on all the different voting locations and see where they can go and vote, because really this event is a huge collaboration of many companies coming together. Core First Bank and Trust, the Holly Mullins Farmers Insurance Agency, Colorado Vault and Safe Deposit Box, all stitched and glitzed out. Printing Done Quickly, Innovative Real Estate Group, Abo's Pizza, 2 Orange Theory Fitness locations, 1 in Centennial, 1 in Littleton, the Grease Monkey on Arapahoe Road, Frame d'Art, Elevation 5900 Kitchen and Bar in Parker, BizCard Express in Centennial, A&B Bank, and of course Highlands Ranch Travel.
And we are so grateful to Binkley IT for being the presenting sponsor for the entire event. Boy, it's going to be a big deal.
Absolutely. And then, Eric, have you met with Andre yet?
Who?
We have a fitness sponsor, Andre, from the Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. He is waiting for you.
He scares me.
He scares you. Well, he scares me too, so I made sure we had a CPR sponsor too.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, Safety Solved is making sure you don't die of a heart attack.
Well, Fantastic Sam's just going to be our stylist sponsor too. So all 6 hairs, they're going to style them.
Ooh.
Right.
Well, he's going to look good wherever it is that you choose to send him. Make sure you vote every day. Vote at every different location, because every time you vote, you enter a chance to win that free trip to Aspen. And then you also help the voting location. If our Aspen trip winner comes from that certain voting location, that location wins a free month of advertising.
Wow.
I know. It's super, super fun. And Eric's going to go on vacation. He's going to look awesome, and he will not have a heart attack.
Don't vote for the chicken farm. Folks, we will be back after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a Fluff It Up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
You want to create more in your life and you want to do it with ease, but you aren't sure how to get there. It's time to be open to new ideas and do what Faith did. It's time to pick up your copy of the new book, What Would Faith Do? By Faith Young. Filled with inspirational stories of people just like you who overcame adversity and went on to achieve amazing things, What Would Faith Do? Will motivate you to do the same. Create an abundant life through faith. Get a sneak peek of What Would Faith Do? Or purchase a copy at, you guessed it, whatwoulfaithdo.com.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
This is Dave. The Experience Pros radio show is changing the way people treat people in business. Listen to Eric and Angel mornings at 10, right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Everybody was fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. It was a little bit frightening.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. You know, if I'm Kung Fu fighting, it's a whole lot frightening.
It is very frightening, and I wonder if our next guest, Stan Shields, the owner and chief instructor of ATA Family Martial Arts in Centennial, Colorado. Stan, do you ever get tired of hearing this song?
Never.
Love that.
Never.
Stan, welcome to the show, my friend. Very nice to have you along. Hey, listen, we're interested in self-protection tips for those out and about mobile professionals. Have you got any tips for us today?
Oh, yeah. We've got some good stuff to talk about with that.
Okay, what is a mobile professional?
Somebody who drives around?
Yeah, exactly.
Getting
right?
in and out of their car?
It could be a real estate agent. It could be insurance brokers. It could be, you name it. I mean, it's anybody that you know, their place of business is all over the city. It's not just in their office, so to speak.
So, Stan, would one of the things that you recommend be perhaps putting on a hat and coat and gloves when it's minus 12 degrees outside, just in case maybe you get a flat tire and you have to fix it on the side of the road?
You know, I have to fuss with my martial arts students because a lot of the teenagers, they come in wearing flip-flops. Even with this weather, they wear flip-flops, right? And I ask them that exact question. I say, what are you going to do if you have a flat tire or something happens?
No problem.
You have to walk.
Just call everybody you know and see if somebody can help the guy without the hat.
Exactly right.
All right. Well, let's get. I know that you provide a lot of classes, a lot of workshops, and we want to make sure that we give people a chance to sign up for some of the workshops and programs that you have going on. But let's give some tips for our people they're out and about, they're listening to the radio show, so they are out in the community. I mean, how safe do we really need to be?
Well, you know, I think the first part is really just being aware, right? Just being aware of what's going on around you, right? And making sure that you trust your intuition. I cannot tell you how often, you know, we will either rationalize or, you know, we're just not trusting our own judgment, our own feelings enough, right? Because sometimes people will get an uneasy feeling, and everybody's experienced this, is
right.
That, you know, you get an uneasy feeling about somebody, and you'll say, oh, you know, I'm sure he's fine. Why am I jumping to conclusions or anything else, right? So I think we have to, number one, trust whatever that intuition is, because that's really our body, that's our guidance system. It's telling us something's not right, okay? And when we ignore that is when bad things happen.
Okay, so I've got this, just intuition, this guy, like something, maybe I shouldn't be here, but I am here. So then what do I do?
Then you got to try and do your best to get out of that situation, make any excuse, whatever. And one of the things that we teach both in, I'd say both from a kid's safety perspective as well as working with adults, especially with women, is you say, where can I go to be in a safer environment? And that's probably going to be around other people, right? Because typically anybody that's trying to do harm one way or another, they want to get the person off alone.
Well, Stan, let's talk about that. Let's say somebody does approach you, right? You're in a place that is compromised. You don't feel good about the situation. Some stranger approaches you. What do you do then?
So you're saying there's nobody else around. There's no place for you to go.
Right.
Okay, good. So then we start talking about what, we're getting into boundaries, really. What's our comfort zone, right? Because you've seen it too. When somebody starts getting too close to you, right? You get this uneasy feeling in your stomach. How close is too close? That's going to be different for everybody, right? We do a little thing in some of our kids' classes where I start walking toward them and I say, stop, when they feel like I'm getting too close. Most of the time, they're letting me get within 2 feet of them, 2 or 3 feet of them, right? That's too close. So I think the bigger key and the big thing for people to do is make sure that, number one, they understand what that boundary is. And when they feel that feel like the person's getting too close, they have to then let the person know that that's far enough. They need to stop, right? And the communication is going to be the big key with it. Verbal communication obviously is going to be paramount. If you're in a place and there's no one else around, you need to be as loud as you can be without going crazy, but just let it escalate. Let the voice escalate, right? It may be that it just stops with, hey, stop, stay right there. But we have to look them in the eye. We have to use our hands, put our hands up like a stop sign, right? Not in a fist, because what does a fist tell us?
You're aggressive.
We're going to
fight. Let's go, right? But we keep our hands open, right? And we just put them up in a stop sign kind of a thing and say, look, stop, back up. And the expression on your face really tells a lot. It makes a big difference. Looking in their eyes, meaning it when you say it, right? Sometimes some people are just so nice, they just cannot make a mean face if they had to, right? But making that mean expression, using the voice escalates, it gets a little bit louder. My body posture, standing tall, right? Standing firm when we're doing that, right? Those kinds of things are going to be the things that makes a difference. And 9 times out of 10, that person, that aggressor is going to back off when they see that this person's not going to be an easy pushover. They're looking for an easy target.
Stan, one of the things that struck me so far, I mean, here we are most of the way through the interview, and not once did you say, give them a solid butt whooping.
No. That is always the last resort, right? And it's quite interesting. I'm a 5th degree black belt, and I've had 2 instances where people have, said things to really either try and provoke something or to be kind of an aggressor. And each time, I think what's happened with it is they saw that, number one, I wasn't backing down. Number 2, I stood firm and looked them in the eye and, confronted them that way. And each of those instances, the person just decided that, okay, this is maybe not the one for me to...
It's not worth it.
Well, and I've heard a lot that if making that eye contact means you can identify them. And so watching and being aware of your surroundings, looking around at the people who are near you or approaching you, which means we can't have our nose down in our cell phone, right?
Thank you. I was going to say, let's talk about surroundings and let's talk about that awareness part a little bit, right? Because, these days, when you look around, especially with young people, right, you see them walking and their eyes are pretty much glued to a cell phone, where they're not paying any attention to what's going on around them at all, right? Which makes them a very easy target, right, in those situations. So the big thing is number one, just being aware of what's going on around you. I mean, even, for adults, maybe you're not looking at the cell phone, but if you're out shopping and you're going to your vehicle, pay attention to what's going on in the other vehicles around yours. Is there anybody standing around that's not really there for any apparent purpose, right? I've seen some interesting things, too, of, looking at the vehicle next to you, next to the driver's side passenger. Is there somebody sitting in the passenger side of that vehicle next to yours that's just kind of sitting there? I mean, if you get an uneasy feeling about it, go back, get somebody to walk you to your vehicle, right?
I had to do that once I was at the mall, and I went back in and was walked back to my car. I felt silly, but I felt safe,
Better
too.
safe than sorry. Stan, you've got some events coming up. You've got a holiday day camp, right?
Yeah, we do. We've got, this is really cool. This is some exciting stuff. We've got, right in my little shopping complex here, there's Center Stage Stars Dance Studio. Inside of it is Yak Language Academy. And then right next to us, there's a brand new business that just opened up not too long ago called Dart Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Dart Wars, that is so much fun. It's a big Nerf Wars battlefield, right? Indoors with bunkers and everything else, and we've gone over there several times and played. Well, the 4 businesses, along with us, we're all combining to do some fun camps for kids. And so for the President's Day camp, we're planning 2 hours of, what are we starting off with? Let's see. I think we're starting off with 2 hours of martial arts in the morning. Then we're going to then the kids will go to dance, which could either be dance or theater and, the performing arts kinds of thing for 2 hours. And then they'll do language for 2 hours. It's going to either be Spanish or Mandarin Chinese, I believe. And then they'll finish up the day over at Dart Wars, right?
Ooh.
So a fun camp, right, for, those kids and those parents that have to work on President's Day. Kids get to go to a fun place, spend 2 hours at each of these businesses, and then parents will pick them up at Dart Wars.
You mean there's some people that don't have to work on that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Never heard of that. Stan, give some contact information where we can find out more about that and your summer extravaganza camps.
So the contact info, they can either call us here at 303-220-5956, or they can go to our website, MyKarateSummerCamps.com.
MyKarateSummerCamps.com.
Yes.
Or pick up the phone and call 303-220-5956. Stan Shields, ATA Family Martial Arts. Your website is kicks4all.com.
That is correct.
Also a proud member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Thanks for joining us today and keeping us safe.
Yeah, good stuff, Stan.
Thank you, guys. Good to talk to you again.
Always, folks. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner, 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to see it thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Hi, this is Karen with Seniors Helping Seniors of South Metro Denver. If you or someone you know is a more mature citizen who needs a little extra hand around the house, Seniors Helping Seniors is your answer. We provide personal care, companionship, transportation, meal preparation, and more, including Alzheimer's and dementia care. And all of our helpers are seniors themselves. Licensed and trustworthy help is available at seniorshelpingSeniors.com/South Metro Denver or by calling 303-990-4561. That's 303-990-4561. Call today and let's meet.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on AM 560, legendary KLZ.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We're so glad that you've tuned in today. Listen, here we do one thing better than anybody else. We give you nothing but the best in business with positive business talk. And that drives us straight to experiencepros.com and the Extreme Customer Service Directory.
Some incredible companies listed on there, almost 200 companies that are dedicated to giving you extreme customer service, like Beyond Strategy Consulting with Ingrid
Pica,
yes.
Absolutely.
Ingrid Pica.
And Binkley IT Consulting, which is with Brad Binkley, and he's the guy who is the big dog sponsor of You're Telling Me Where to Go.
Yes, with our Experience Travel campaign. He is taking good care of you. BioT Medical, make sure you are living your most optimum life, that you just feel excited and energetic and ready to go.
Absolutely. And BizCard Express, you need something printed, you need something from small to large to a full vehicle wrap, they can take care of you. BizCard Express.
Blue Zenith Web Design, taking care of your web design needs. She's also the brainchild behind the voting page for Highlands Ranch Travel. I should put her down there.
She is amazing. And folks, how about this? You know that words matter, and when words really matter to your business, you need to call Brian Lugs over at Business Communication Support.
The Business Leak Detector. You've got profits that are leaking. Don't you wish you had somebody that could help you be more profitable? We have Paul Monax with the Business Leak Detector.
Once your company's more profitable, you're going to need the services of By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting with Philip Aronoff. By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting, keeping your numbers straight.
Absolutely. So if you want to check out all of our members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, go to experiencepros.com. Click on the directory nearest you. Almost 200 companies dedicated to helping you. While you're there, click on our meetup as well, and you can see the meetup calendar and see what all of our members are up to on the calendar and participate and get involved.
Absolutely. Hey, do you think there's any place for humor in the workplace?
You do.
Of course I do.
I know. And
but do you?
Yeah. Why
Let's talk
are you
about
asking?
your marketing. Should you use humor in marketing?
Absolutely.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's just funny.
Well, yeah, I'm funny too.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
All right. Hey, so how can you incorporate humor into some of your marketing? There's lots and lots of different ways. And we can take, of course, the Super Bowl advertisements as a fantastic illustration. Many of those commercials are specifically designed to get you to chuckle. But there are some other ways that you can do it, and you can do it with low impact, low cost, if you will, high impact, low cost. One of those ways is take a note from Google. They mess with their logo every single day.
Every day?
Every day.
Oh, I didn't know it was every day.
Doodle for Google competition gets people out there and changes the Google logo every single day.
You know what? I'm gonna go there today and see what it is, because I didn't know they changed it every day. I knew they changed it often, and you always, I think it's almost it's like a trivia. Ooh, what does that represent today?
Right, and you do have to kind of figure it out sometimes. But and here's the thing. We love consistency in branding when it comes to your logo and other elements of your brand.
My Google's the same.
Your Google's the same?
My Google isn't funny today.
Well, maybe we should...
So we could take our Experience Pros logo.
Good.
Put little icebergs running off of it today, little icicles coming off of it today, because snotsicles coming off of it because it's so cold, and then
booger stalactites,
and then for Groundhog Day, with us.
Don't raise that guy's name again.
Bopping Puxatawny Phil on the head.
Yeah.
We could do stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That could be fun, but you have to be creative. You have to
have an artist or whatnot. But there's some things you could do. You put a little snow or whatever and have fun with your logo. How about this? You go see them on Facebook all the time. You see the funny cartoons that are out there and so on. Why not repost them? Throw in your own little marketing spin.
Do you remember, was it those jib jabs where we were all putting our faces on the dancing elves and stuff? I mean, that was fun. You got all the people involved in your office, got to put their little faces on there, and it was shareable, it was funny, it was entertaining. And I think, anything that kind of just gives people a chuckle, gets people, we talked a little bit earlier in our first hour about disrupting complacency, getting people's attention. Laughter is an incredible business building tool, but we tend to fear the humor, because then they won't take us seriously. We won't be known as a professional company, and we have to be stuffy, and we have to be... I met a gentleman who is a financial planner, and he wears fun shirts. And usually you think of your financial advisor coming in a suit, in a tie, and cufflinks, to show the wealth that could be amassed, if you work with them. We want to represent wealth. Well, sometimes he didn't want you to think that your wealth you're investing in him was going towards his wardrobe, but was helping you actually live your ideal lifestyle. And for him, stuffy. He wasn't stuffy. And it was kind of a wacky, fun, little humorous way to represent himself.
Absolutely. Speaking of wacky, fun, and interesting ways to represent yourself, every sports team has them. Why don't you? You need a mascot. Get a mascot.
Can we have bobbleheads?
Can we?
Yeah, I think we should have bobbleheads. Eric and Angel bobbleheads.
I don't know if I like the idea of my head being bobbled. But there is, Boo, the internet dog.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big deal. He's tiny. He's a little teeny tiny.
Could we have that?
No, he's already taken.
Come on, let's get a teeny tiny little cute little puppy to represent us.
But here's the idea. You can get a mascot of some sort, have a naming contest.
Ooh.
Marketing. Fun.
All of that. You always have the bookstores or, different stores have an actual pet that roams around the office, the company dog and the company kitty cat. You could name it, and he could be your mascot in all of your marketing materials that goes out. And you have a lot of fun because it's a pet.
Right.
There's a lot of creativity that comes along with that.
Have fun with a little tchotchke.
A what?
A little tchotchke, a little swag, a little thing.
I don't even know how to spell that.
Oh, TCHOTCHKE, tchotchke. That's your intelligence quotient delivery today.
We need a tchotchke. I was thinking of a button.
A button?
Like a pin, like a button.
Okay.
That says, I was thinking of something along the lines of I've heard of you.
Oh.
Because that's our goal, is to make sure when you meet any of our advertisers directory members, you get to say, I've heard of you. We make you visible. But can we have a button that says I heard of you? Or do I have to say, have I heard of you?
I was thinking of a butt scratcher.
A what?
A butt scratcher. You know, we scratch that hard to get itch.
Like your buttocks? Like your derriere scratcher?
Got to thinking about it, didn't it?
How does that represent our brand beautifully?
I don't know yet, but I was just thinking, so it's just an idea, and ideas are never bad. Speaking of that, I've got an idea. We should wrap up this show.
I think we should, because now I've got butt scratcher in my head.
Butt scratcher.
Go away.
On behalf of Charlie, our producer, Angel, myself, and the butt scratchers around the world, we say thank you.
Buttons.
Thank you for tuning into the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Pins
Thank
and
you
buttons.
for participating in the Experience Pros Radio Show and sharing your butt scratcher with everybody you can find. We'll be back tomorrow, we promise you.
Maybe. Somebody might be on detention.
Fan Bragging Friday, and it's our first federally registered Fan Bragging Friday.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.